Okay. Are we live? Okay. All right. Welcome to HTV. You're now rocking with your boy. We got the Deezy news report. You dig? So on the Deezy news report, we're basically talking about the news. Talking about what happened today. A new volcano eruption in Indonesia hampers search efforts. The new eruptions and more ash from a volcano on the Indonesian island of Java are hampering the search for survivors. At least 14 people were killed when Mount Semeru first erupted, covering villages and homes with ash and hot mud. So I'm going to play the audio of what's going on.
At the speed of a racing car, hot gases and volcanic matter traveled up to 11 kilometers, covering the ground around Mount Semeru within minutes. 1,300 people had to flee from their homes into makeshift emergency shelters.
It was suddenly dark, then it started to rain. The rain mixed with the ashes. I ran to look for my child and husband. The muddy water was pouring out of my house.
The majority of those affected are sand miners and their families, who live on the slopes of Java's highest mountain. Authorities warned them not to return to their villages, but some were desperately expected to.
Who died for now, because it's just too risky with this much rain. It's possible that another mud flow could form coming from the top, and that put our rescue teams at great risk.
Eruptions following torrential rains have happened before at Mount Semeru, but this time people were caught by surprise. Indonesia's Center for Volcanology says it warned officials days before the eruption about increased volcanic activity. The Indonesian government has now promised to remove residents from the hardest hit areas to safer places in the next 6 months. Also, affected families will receive compensation while waiting for their new homes.
So that's in Indonesia, and I know it's world news. It's not really local news in that, but this is very sad at what's happened to people over there. Volcano eruptions are very serious. They basically, what's up, Still the King? Yeah, man, plenty blessings. The thing about volcano and ash, it messes up your food supply. It messes up the area. It's very hard to breathe. I know you watch movies like Dante Peak and all. In Dante's Peak, all them people would have been dead. I mean, you can't survive a volcano unless you're near the part where you could get away. Like you got people there who can help rescue you. They send professionals in there to rescue you. But if you're not a professional, you're out there with all that ash collecting in your nose. It goes to your lungs. It destroys your respiratory system. So that's why it's key. What's up, Bear Man? What's up, Joe Cool? Still the King, Strictly, Felton. But it's very sad what's going on over there. I saw it this morning when I woke up. And I felt like, man, this is something that we need to talk about. Make sure that, yeah, you're going through stuff, but other people are going through other stuff as far as natural disasters. And there's other things that happen on in the world, not just with us. What's up, AB? And that's very sad. I hope they find as many people as they can, hope for the best. But this is very serious. They've said about Yellowstone Park that if Yellowstone Park ever was to become active, like really active, it could take down like a lot of the most of the world, because it's very huge volcano over there. So that's something to think about. It's very sad what's happening to everyone over there. Please have blessings for them. and continue to pray and hope, for as many people to be safe as possible. So give me a second. I'm just sharing this with other people because YouTube doesn't like to send out notifications. So I got to make my own notification thing and send it to people, which is messed up. All right, now let me see if I can find this story. Okay, okay, Shaquille O'Neal plans to punch Scottie Pippen if he tells him he was better than Michael Jordan. If that man say that in front of me, I'm going to hit him right in the esophagus. Shaquille O'Neal has never minced his words, so if he says something, he means it. With that said, the Bulls legend Scottie Pippen better never say he was greater player than Michael Jordan in front of the Diesel. Pippen has been going after Jordan in interviews in his book as his way of getting back at MJ for how espn's The Last Dance docuseries turned out. In his book, the 7-time All-Star wrote that he was a better teammate than the 5-time MVP. He also told GQ that he was as good of a player as Black Jesus was. During his podcast, the big podcast with Shaq, O'Neal was asked to talk about the Jordan Pippen dynamic by former NFL player Spice Adams. And when Nichelle Turner jumped in and stated that Pippen said he was better than Jordan, O'Neal had a hilarious reaction. Pippen never said, "What's up, Southern Gotti?" Pippen never said he was better than Jordan. He said he was a better teammate and as good as him. O'Neal knows that Pippen would never claim he was a superior player than Jordan, which is what he told Turner. However, if Pippen ever does say anything like that in front of O'Neal, Shaq plans to punch him. He didn't say that, O'Neal said. He never said that. If that man say that in front of me, I'm going to hit him right in his esophagus. Bro, do not finish that sentence. He's trying to, well, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I think he's trying to sell a book. Jordan and Pippen won 6 chips together. The former won 5 regular season MVPs and 6 finals MVPs. The only award the latter won was the 94 All-Star Game MVP when his airness was playing baseball. In his book, Pippen said, "For once, it was nice to win something of my own instead of watching Michael walk off with another trophy." O'Neal and Kobe Bryant didn't always get along on the Los Angeles Lakers. However, they won 3 chips together. It was assumed that Jordan and Pippen were the complete opposite of O'Neal and Bryant and never had beef with each other. However, that's not the case anymore. In The Last Dance, Jordan made it a point to show viewers that the Bulls were successful because he got on guys and was a carnivorous leader as his way of retaliating to the documentary. Pippen wrote that Jordan wasn't a good teammate in his book. "I was a much better teammate than Michael ever was," Pippen wrote. "Ask anyone who played with the two of us. I was always there with the pat on the back or an encouraging word, especially after he put someone down for one reason or another. I helped the others believe and stop doubting themselves." In the doc, Michael attempted to justify the occasions in which he berated a teammate in front of the group. He felt these guys needed to develop the toughest to get past the NBA's more physical teams. Seeing again how poorly Michael treated his teammates, I cringe as I did back then. O'Neal and Bryant traded jabs through the media when they were teammates on the Lakers. Jordan and Pippen never did. but now the latter is holding nothing back about the former since he's upset with the last dance. The Arkansas native will never be viewed on the same level as Superman, who is the NBA's all-time leader in points per game. O'Neal is aware of how special Pippen was on both ends of the floor. However, he doesn't want or expect to hear anything about the small forward being better than Jordan. Pippen never said anything negative about Jordan before The Last Dance came out in April 2020. The documentary clearly rubbed him the wrong way. As for O'Neal, he had many controversial moments with his partner in crime on the Lakers. O'Neal and Bryant are one of the best duos in NBA history. However, they also had an intense feud. In 1998, O'Neal was reportedly jealous of Bryant's jersey sales and accused the Black Mamba of playing selfish basketball. A few years later, Bryant complained about O'Neal being out of shape and not working hard enough in practice. The Lakers were still able to three-peat during all of this. However, the relationship reached a boiling point after LA lost to the Detroit Pistons in the 2004 finals. Bryant dealt with rape accusations and didn't receive much support from O'Neal, who was traded to the Miami Heat. O'Neal took some shots at Bryant in a few of his rap songs, while Bean was motivated to win a ring without the big fella. O'Neal won the 2006 championship with the Heat, while Bryant won 2 more rings with the Lakers in 2009 and 2010. The Hall of Famers ended up squashing their beef and even did an interview on NBA TV together. It will be interesting to see if Jordan and Pippen talked after what the latter has written about the former. It has been undoubtedly sad for Bulls fans to see the 2 best players in franchise history not be on good terms. I disagree with a lot of this stuff, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I disagree with a lot of this type of stuff. Listen, Shaquille O'Neal was jealous of Penny Hardaway in Orlando. We're going to go back to, I'm going to break all this down. Orlando, Shaq got jealous of Penny because Penny's shoes were selling and Penny was getting the attraction from the women like Tyra Banks and all of them. And this is when Shaq was married. Since everybody want to talk about when Kobe said what he said, that tape leaked out about his marriage. Shaq was cheating on Shani in Orlando. Shaq always was smashing around on Shani. Shani knew this. She knew this. So, what's up, Uncle Frank? T-Hub. So, for you to basically come out and say, oh, well, this is how I feel. What's up, JP? What's up, Nerdy Blue? Oh, I'm going to take my time. Shaquille O'Neal was jealous of Penny because Penny was starting to get the accolades. He was starting to get the shine. It's the same thing that happened with Kobe Bryant. He got mad at Kobe Bryant, was jealous of Kobe because Kobe was a 17, 18-year-old coming in, getting all this love. People started buying his jersey 2 years later in 98. He started getting more jersey sales because Kobe Bryant had his game was much more, how do I say it? It was much more able to gravitate to than Shaq's game. Shaq didn't have no moves. Shaq was just big, knocking people over, and then he'll get a dunk. That's all he does. That's all he did. Like Shaq was getting swept in Orlando. Like all these people love to praise Shaq's one of the greatest. Shaq was not a great center. He was good, but he wasn't a great center. Shaq's problem was he couldn't defend. His defensive tendencies were terrible. He was jealous of Kobe. And if he still was the same Shaq he was in Orlando, an early part of LA, he would have been jealous of D Wade. He would have started hating on D Wade. He didn't want to give the team to D Wade. He didn't want to be like, this is your team, Flash. No, he did that because he knew the first 2 stops he was at, it was the reason he was messing up. Shaq left LA wasn't because of Kobe. It was because they were trying to give Shaq a deal, just like they did in Orlando, and he was like, I need more money. When Shaq wasn't worth that much money. He wasn't. Shaq, as far as his game, if he would have signed that contract in Orlando, he would have got even more money because there's no state tax. In LA, yeah, he got 100 million, but he only really got paid what, like 90, 80 million? Because it's a state tax in California. Now, the thing with Scottie Pippen, he's saying that I'm going to punch Scottie Pippen. He ain't going to do it to Scottie Pippen. Not saying Scottie's soft. Not saying he's scared of Scottie. He's not going to punch Scottie in the... Scottie's soft. Scottie going to be like, well, Shaq, you know, I was just trying to sell some bucks. That better be it, Scottie. Scottie, that better be it. Because, you know, you ain't Michael Jordan. You know, you ain't the player Mike was. You know, you can't do what Mike did. You know, Mike was that guy. Mike was great. Mike was great. Shoot. Right, Uncle Frank. You got over 50 net after it was all said and done. If you took the Orlando deal, you would have got paid more. But everybody's trying to tell me, all these idiots that be on YouTube trying to tell me, no, man, Shaq got more in LA. No, he didn't. Plus, when Shaq left, Shaq dumb behind he still would have had a good team. They would have added pieces around him and Penny. He would have got his money. And then in a couple years, they probably could have had a chance to get Tim Duncan. If you had Shaq there, you would have added him with Tim Duncan. Tracy McGrady would have came to the team. You don't know what could have happened. Shaq was an idiot. But the thing about Scottie Pippen has always been jealous of Mike. Scottie hated Mike. Me and T talked about this last night about the Michael Jordan leadership. Michael wasn't no damn leader. Michael was a damn tyrant. He was a drill sergeant. He bullied his guys into being better. He bullied the team. If Scottie Pippen would have played with Kobe Bryant, Scottie Pippen would have loved to play with Kobe because Kobe would not have put his will like that onto Scottie Pippen. Because if he did, Pippen would have been like, man, I don't like Mike. He don't like Mike, but he would have liked Kobe better than Mike. That's why he said what he said. I would have loved to play with Kobe. Yeah. Kobe would have been a better guy for Pippen to play with. Pau Gasol, everybody couldn't play with Michael Jordan. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Everybody loves to make Michael like the Bruce Blitz guy and all these in the Too Raw for TV, these Jordan nut huggers and Ticket. Respect all of them. Make sure you go to their channels, Bruce Blitz, Too Raw for TV and Ticket. Make sure you subscribe to their channels. They try to make everything like Michael Jordan was this great guy. Michael Jordan was a prick and he was a terrible teammate. Didn't nobody like Michael Jordan. Nobody. Kobe grew into being a leader because Kobe had to learn that certain stuff works for certain people. He knows that he can't put his will on everybody. He knows that. Michael Jordan would have bullied Pau Gasol. He would have bullied all those Laker guys and cussed them out. Michael was something else. Those guys would have mentally shut down on Mike. Pau Gasol would have mentally shut down on Michael Jordan. He couldn't handle that. Kobe found out how to finesse and how to bark and go at people. Michael was nothing but a big bully, cussing everybody out, slapping folks, punching dudes in the face, knocked Steve Kerr ass out, knocked Will Perdue out, Tried that it with Bill Cartwright. Bill Cartwright said, bitch, you ain't gonna walk nowhere. But Olden Polynice even said that. Olden Polynice even said it, that Michael knew who to test and who not to test. Michael would test you, but if he knew he couldn't bully you, Michael would shut up and be quiet. Kobe didn't care. Kobe was going to go with your head. Like, he didn't care. Kobe was like, look, man, F you. I'm still going to go at you. That's why I said that bean was something else. But the thing about Shaq and Kobe's thing is their stuff was very, yeah, Joe Cool wanted to break his legs. The thing with Kobe is and everything, him and Shaq stuff was publicized because Shaq was jealous. Shaq was the hater. And I kept telling people Shaq was the hater. And then they found out years later, man, Shaq a hater, dog. I'm like, yeah, he a hater. Shaq always was a hater. Shaq hated so much on Kobe. It was ridiculous. He tried to say the kid was selfish. It's like, dude, how is he selfish? He's coming off the bench and he's moving the ball. He's giving you guys the ball when y'all need it. Yeah, Kobe went at Chris Mem and Smush Parker. Yeah, he did. Because they were terrible basketball players. Chris Mem was trash. Smush Parker was even trashier. What did Smush Parker do before or after Kobe? Nothing. What did Chris Mem do after Kobe? Nothing. So Scottie Pippen is upset. I mean, Shaq basically said he'll punch him in the throat. It's like, okay, you're gonna punch Scottie in the throat. Let's talk about you, Shaq. When you gonna come out and say of your jealousy to Penny, like the 30 for 30, I'm glad you admitted you were the one that was at fault. The one with Kobe, I'm glad that you admitted what the problem was. Kobe never had a problem with you. Kobe's problem with you was you didn't work hard. That was it, and he couldn't understand it. Kobe seen how great you were, how big you were, how agile on your feet you were, but you never put that effort in like you would when you would go out. You would turn it on and off, but you would be out of shape, and you're using the season to get in shape while these guys are busting their ass to get ready. Robert Horry didn't like you. Robert Horry thought you was a lazy piece of shit. That's why Robert Horry wasn't on that 04 team with Karl Malone and you guys, because you had him removed. Remember, Shaq? You and Horry couldn't get along. You and Shaq could. You and Horry would have to cover your ass on the defensive end because you never played defense. You were one of the worst centers to play defense. You weren't better than Alonzo Mourning. You weren't better than David Robinson. You weren't better than the King. Hell, Rick Smith used to give you the business. George Murrison gave you the business. You let George Murrison get your ass. That's why Wilt Chamberlain said what he said. If Murrison would get the ball more, the Bullets would be a better team, but they're too busy trying to give it to the guards. Yeah, if they would have kept Robert Horry, they could have won. Yeah, Yao Ming, Bryant Reeves, Big Country in Vancouver. That's what I'm saying. It's like Shaq. I want to hear Shaq come out and say that. Like, why you were jealous. Then all of a sudden you trying to give this Kobe love. It's like, bro, you didn't like Kobe. You were a hater. You hated him. Kobe was getting more fans than you. Everybody in LA loved Kobe over you. And then everybody was like, man, we riding with Shaq over here. F Kobe. I'm like, y'all riding with Shaq when y'all don't even know the story. And then they released that ridiculous audio after Shaq left. And then it came out. Man, Kobe snitched on Shaq. How he snitched on Shaq? Shaq still got married, still was with his wife. Kobe, that tape should have never got out. Kobe should have sued for that recording because they had no business putting that recording out. What up, Skippy Tone? Yeah, Brad Miller was defending Shaq, but Brad Miller wasn't a bum strictly. Brad Miller was good. He was a good, solid role player. Right, Kobe's an alpha, Shaq is a beta, point blank. You're right. Skip Baseless is an idiot. Skip thinks that, look, Skip Bayless, he does that with Shaq because of those 3 finals where they didn't go against nobody. They went against the Pacers. They should have lost the Pacers series. If it wasn't for Kobe hitting those big shots in the Pacers series in game 4, because it was about to be 2-2. And then Kobe just went off. Kobe snatched their heart. And they went up 3-1. Pacers won the next game. And then the Lakers closed them out in 6. Shaq was not better than Hakeem Olajuwon. That's ridiculous. Hakeem Olajuwon served Shaq every time they played each other. He gave Shaq the business. Shaq couldn't hold the candle. And Shaq knows it too. Shaq could tell you that he's not better than Hakeem because he knows it. Nah, Shaq wasn't touching Wilt or Kareem. Wilt is the greatest player to touch a basketball. Kobe is the most skilled player to ever touch the basketball. But the best player to ever play the game was Wilt. The most skilled player is Kobe. And the winner, the biggest winner in the sport is Bill Russell. So that's your top 3 players right there. The greatest facilitator of all time. I think you could go with Oscar Robertson, but I don't know. Isaiah Thomas was that guy, and Magic was raw too. So you got a 3-way tie. You got a 3-way tie for the greatest facility. That's how the game is played. That's how it is. Right. Shaq has terrible footwork. Footwork terrible. So you want to punch Scottie Simpson. Scottie is doing this to sell a damn book. Everybody know why Scottie's doing this. Michael Jordan gave Scottie Pippen everything he could ask for. He gave him a career. He gave him a career. If Jordan would have never played with Scottie Pippen, would we have even known Scottie Pippen? No. Scottie Pippen was never that great. Doug Collins wanted to trade him the following season because he just kept losing the ball. Michael started working with him, lifting weights with him, getting him tough. And then that's when you got Scottie coming out there balling. Exactly, Nerdy Blue. If Shaq's so dominant, why you got outplayed by Rodman? Rodman outdid you. Yeah, you had more points. But as far as rebounds, Dennis Rodman out-rebounded you every time y'all went against each other. Dennis Rodman shut down the players he needed to shut down. Dennis Rodman blocked the shots to show you, how a rim protector actually supposed to be. Yep, exactly, Uncle Frank. I don't even think he would have been Joe Johnson, Uncle Frank. I think Joe Johnson's better. But yeah, they both mentally weak. When it's like a big game, a game you need, you right. Joe Johnson and Scottie Pippen they turn into the softest dudes out there. Strictly, you want to give every chick the business, bro. You got like a long list. Yeah, the worm was the truth. No, Shaq didn't defend Dennis on the other end. Shaq was guarding I think Luke Longley. I think it was Luke Longley Shaq was guarding. He said, too bad I was 7 inches shorter. I was too short too. I tried to do like Dennis Rodman. Every time I'm on the court, I was run down court like Rodman, do the Rodman trot, come back, defend like him, get in the stance. I tried to be Rodman. I'm mad the Chiefs won last night. Well, we knew the Chiefs were we knew the cheats, the Kansas City cheats. We knew the cheats were gonna win last night. We knew that. We knew that. All of a sudden, Melvin Gordon can't play. Melvin Gordon can't play, really. Strictly really don't like dark meat, Larsa and Jenny. Yeah, man. Strictly like light-skinned and white women. So that's what he liked. I would pass on Larsa Strictly. That thing beat up. Skippy Tone's stupid. To me, the Worm is the second best power forward besides Tim Duncan. Dennis Rodman was a combo forward. Well, he could play the 3, the 4, and the 5. So he could play 3 positions. I got Dennis Rodman over Tim Duncan in my all-time list. I got him over Tim Duncan. Duncan was the better scorer, but as far as defense, passing, rebounding, Dennis Rodman was better. So I got Rodman over Tim Duncan. To me, the Worm is the second best power forward besides him. The Worm could shoot, be choosing. Yeah, if Dennis Rodman wanted to, Rodman could shoot better than Tim Duncan. He could shoot better if he wanted to. He just chose not to. Yep, he lifted weights after the game and he ran. KC looked okay last night. KC looked like they in trouble. I'm gonna talk about them later. I got to talk about them. Here we go again. At Uncle Frank, I love my chocolate sisters. Like, what are we talking about here? Rodman can guard all 5 positions. Fact, Uncle Frank, Rodman can guard all 5 positions. He can guard all 5 positions. People hated Rodman because Rodman was that great at defense. He knew how to put himself in position to send you to his help, or he'll take you one-on-one. He had the potential to rip the ball from you. He could push you out where you could hand check. He could push you into different positions where you couldn't score. That's why I tell these young bucks, if Rodman ever guarded LeBron James or Kevin Durant, he would shut them down. Man, make sure y'all hit the like button. We got 17 people in here, only 8 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Yep, you got a lot of dog in them, Leafo. Right, Skip. Joe Cool. KC is average. Yeah, Kansas City's average. Yeah, got you, AB. Yeah, he used to run with the high knees. Man, Rodman was that guy, man. I'm telling you. I like the Rodman more than Jordan, man. My chocolate and red bone sisters are my queens. The rest are just tricks. Strictly, what are you talking about, dog? This is the news report. This ain't this ain't the stripper or the eye candy show. We talking about the news. Yeah, it had a lot of footwork. Rodman would not. Why are you always talking about taking somebody chick? Strictly get your own chick. Why you want to take everybody chick? Right, Joe Cool. Dennis Rodman beat his opponent mentally from the jump. Yep. So any other news, big bro? Yeah, I'm finna go to it in a minute. I'm just reading your comments real quick. Nah, Strictly, I gotta pull it up. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up. Yeah, he was G. Yeah, JP Rodman was a one of a kind player. Dennis Rodman took the opponents out of the game. Right. Bro, I'm not bringing that shit up. You bringing up smashing Larsa and Jenny. Southern God, he said, LOL. Rodman was averaging a lot of rebounds. I think Rodman was like 6'6". I don't think he was 6'8". Little bro be wildin'. Facts, AB. Because he don't have JP said because he don't have one. Strictly still wet behind the ears. Yeah. That's little bro though. Cause they ain't putting in that work. And plus we Florida. I'm not rooting for the Patriots in the Super Bowl so the NFL can sell ratings. Just sell the game itself. I feel you, Felton Moore. You watched that fight last night, HD. No, I'm not a Javante Tank Davis fan. I really don't. I only watch a few fighters, and he's not one of them. Yeah, he was 6'5". I think he was 6'5", JP. Nah, AB. Rodman was not 6'7". He was about 6'5", 6'6". Jordan was a little taller than him, it looked like. It's funny how people want to talk about me not having fun. What about them? Nobody said you're not having fun. What are you talking about? All we're saying is you just talking about taking people chicks and smashing Larsa and Jenny, and we're not even talking about that. Yeah, it says he's 6'7". AB, you was right. Am I interested in that Davis and Cruz fight? I don't know, man. I don't like Javante Davis. I mean, to me, I think he's a little overrated. That's just me personally. The fight was questionable. That's what they got me listed as, little bro. Damn, AB, you 6'7"? Damn. Cino Live was crazy last night. Jose almost had a girl last night. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Kennedy was about to, one of his wives, I guess, was hollering at Jose's. I don't know, man. I was doing all night, all day football. And in the back chat, we had a back stream last night. I'm going to put it out there. We had fun. We talked about basketball. We talked about football. We talked about life. We had a real great conversation between brothers, man. And I love to do that because it's the stuff you guys don't see that be like the greatest thing out there. Rodman was 96, 97, and 98 MVP. He should have won the last 3 MVPs. Michael Jordan, from a scoring standpoint, was better, but overall, Dennis Rodman was the best player on the Bulls the last 3 seasons. I don't care what any Bulls fan tell me. Rodman was guarding all the tough people. Rodman basically shut down Malone and shut down Sean Kemp, Shaq, all of the big guys he needed to shut down. He don't get no credit. That's what be pissing me off about the damn Bulls fans. You didn't miss nothing last night. Davis looked average. See, I told you, man. Gervonta Davis is overrated as a boxer to me. They overrate these guys. They don't give these guys time to develop, actually fight somebody before they start hyping them up. Probably about 6. So they listen to Worm 6'7", but I really think he's 6'5". Yeah, JP, he might be, but they listen to him 6'7". Sometimes in America, they give an extra 2 inches. I meant to say it's funny how people want to talk about me not having a girl. Like, what about them? JP got a girl, dog. Like, if you talking about JP got I think he got a wife. Not me, little bro, Rodman. Oh, okay, AB. AB said, no, Rodman. Tennessee was hilarious. Tennessee is always hilarious, man. Tennessee is batshit crazy. He crazy. I'm crazy, but I have my limits to my craziness. That motherfucker is crazy. Tennessee is crazy. Oh, okay, Strictly. We'll do that a little later. Keep it on you, Strictly. I'm trying to see when I'm going to do that. Jose was laughing and smiling. Yeah, I missed the RNS version. It started like an hour and a half after the live ended. Uncle Frank is dirty with the buck. Uncle Frank sends some of the most craziest disses, dog. And he be doing it so he does it obviously to that person I know he's talking about. I'll come back on when the real niggas be in here. Rob, is the truth why Jordan is a bald headed. Strictly, Jordan was a great player, dog. I just feel he's overglorified. Facts HD, because we're all brothers talking real it. Shout out to everyone on the page and live. And hit that like button. Got to get you my G to 1,000. I appreciate, yeah, JP. You a real one, JP. I remember when you got on the StreamYard and was talking about it, man. You a real G. I remember they said AB was the next Mayweather, and you see what happened. I never got that from Adrian Brown. I thought he was a big mouth fool. Mayweather won't make him better. Nope. Rodman was the glue for that team, hands down. He was. Rodman was the reason they won them next 3. I'm not talking about JP. Oh, okay. Who are you talking about then? Put a name on it. Rodman should have won the last 3. Facts. I do have a girl, but it's not hard. But where I'm from, New Orleans, you talk about a girl so much you hitting or trying to get you ain't got none, my G. Yep, that's true. Everybody from New Orleans work like that. I give you a preview of my list. Let's just say Jay-Z is 16. Jay-Z's not in my top 25. I say he's probably in like number 29 or 30. Jay-Z's not in my top 20. Like a best hip hop guys of all time, no. Jay-Z's overrated. Hey, was right is right, and you know I ain't wrong. Uncle Frank is an asshole, yo. What's good, Deezy? Nothing but vaping, fast break. Oh, no problem, JP. I know about you New Orleans boys, JP. My auntie from I think she from 5th or 6th Ward. I think she from 6th Ward or 7th Ward or 5th Ward. I don't know y'all wards in New Orleans, but I think she from 5th Ward. I got Gilly in my top 30. Gilly not in my top 50. HD, I hope the government have a better plan to help on volcano crisis over there. I hope they do, Feltimore, but I don't even know if they are. He said, shout out to Uncle Frank coming with them hot jokes. Yeah, Uncle Frank be coming with them daggers. What up, Steve Alexander? So the next story, AZ. Oh, yeah, AZ's underrated. AZ in my top 30 at 35. So the next story, give me a second, guys. I'm going to pull it up. That's over with. Now, here we go. CNN terminates Chris Como effective immediately. Como's termination comes after CNN retained a respected law firm to review the case. CNN anchor Chris Como, or we like to call it the Crying Negro Network, was fired from the network effective immediately following the internal review of a respected law firm. The company announced Saturday Chris Como was suspended early this week pending further evaluation of new information that came to light about his involvement with his brother's defense. CNN said in a statement, "We retained a respected law firm to conduct a review and have terminated him effective immediately. While in the process of that review, additional information has come to light. Despite the termination, we will investigate as appropriate," the statement added. And basically, the statement from CNN was Chris Como was suspended earlier this week pending further evaluation of new information that came to light about his involvement with his brother's defense. We retain a respected law firm to conduct the review and have terminated him effective immediately. While in the process of that review, additional information has come to light. Despite the termination, we will investigate as appropriate. Como responded to his termination, saying in a statement, "This is not how I want my time at the Crying Negro Network to end, but I have already told you why and how I helped my brother. So let me now say, as disappointing as this is, I could not be more proud of the team at Como Primetime and the work we did as CNN's #1 show in the most competitive time slot. I owe them all and will miss that group of special people who did really important work." Como's firing after CNN suspending him last week pending evaluation of his conduct following revelations from the New York Attorney's General investigation into his brother ousted Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo. Transcripts from his interview with state investigators reveal CNN star admitting he would reach out to media sources to find out about new accusers who had yet to come forward publicly. When asked, I would reach out to sources, other journalists, to see if they had heard of anybody else coming out, Cuomo told investigators. The New York Attorney General's office released transcripts and exhibits Monday that shed new light on Chris Cuomo's involvement in his brother's defense. CNN said in a Tuesday statement announcing Cuomo's suspension. The documents, which we were not privy to before their public release, raised serious questions when Chris admitted to us he had offered advice to his brother's staff. He broke our rules and we acknowledged that publicly, but we also appreciated the unique position he was in and understood his need to put family first and jobs second, the statement added. However, these documents point to a greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts than we previously knew. As a result, we have suspended Chris indefinitely pending further evaluation, that CNN said. Now, let's see. So basically, Como was basically I think his brother's on trial because of sexual assault or something. Hold on, let me see Andrew Como. See what he's doing. Oh man. Andrew. Okay, basically it's yeah, sexual misconduct. Yeah, that's right. I remember this. So basically what Chris was doing is Chris was getting leads and learning about different women that the accusers are, and he was giving that information to his brother, which is a federal crime. You can't do that because if the brother could hire somebody to knock these women off, so he doesn't have a case against him. So for him to do that, that was idiotic. Very dumb. What are you talking about, Strictly? Strictly, I don't have a problem with you talking about your smashing broads, but we're not talking about that topic. We're talking about the news. This is the Deezy news report. That's what you love to do. You want to smash them, you can smash them. That's up to you. I'm just saying, this is the news report. Like we're not talking about that. I'm not saying you're wrong. You a man at the end of the day. I can't tell you what or what not to do. I'm just saying we're talking about the news. Like add to the topic. Don't deviate from the topic because you got a fetish for married women and older white girls. I mean, that's just you. I mean, just add to the topic. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's saying you're wrong. Like, we're just saying you love smashing light-skinned and white girls. I mean, that's fine. You like old white women and Jenny Buzz and Latina women or Armenian women. I mean, that's what you love. I told you, I don't care. Shit. So basically, Chris Como was giving his brother Andrew everything. Nerdy Blue cover up. I mean, yeah, Nerdy Blue, it is a cover up a little bit, but Chris Como is over here giving information to his brother. Like, that's like if you committed a crime and your brother is an anchor at a news place. A news place has all the information where people stay and different things are at. And him giving that information to Andrew could supposedly, the witnesses could come up missing, like, gone. And then, what then? Strictly is on some BS. This T-Hub said Strictly on some BS this morning. Oh my gosh, T-Hub, you stupid. Yeah, little bro, if he did that was dumb. Yeah, AB, that's real dumb. Why would you jeopardize your job? But see, this is that white privilege I talk about, or I like to call the pink folk privilege. The PFP. Pink folk privilege. That's what it is. PFP. That's what they love. They feel like they could do whatever the hell they like. You can't do that. Like you basically, how do I say? You basically make it where this person could get killed unexpectedly. They could just die. And you basically just gave the information out. You don't ever give information out about somebody going at it with your brother or family, because if they die, It's guilty by, yep, like Strictly said, guilty by association. You'll be guilty by that. That's my stomping girl. Okay. Who snitched on Chris Como? I don't know who snitched on him, dog. They just, I think it just slipped out. They found out about it, and then they just put it out there. DC. Welcome to white America. Yep. What's up, outlaw? Yo, boy. Outlaw stupid. Outlaw said, gotta hit that bitch. Outlaw is funny. Outlaw said, man, gotta come up there, hit that bitch. Oh, man. I gotta do a 4th BIH Awards. I got a lot of people that's going on the 4th BIH Award. He said LMAO. I got a lot of people on the 4th BIH Award, boy. It's gonna be a lot of people. Man, dog. It's gonna be crazy. The right skin tone privilege, aka RSTP. Hey, they got an RSTP. What's that? The right skin tone privilege. AB stupid. Outlaw Combs straight out of Diddy's hot tub. Man, why you keep associating Outlaw with Diddy? Outlaw don't like Diddy. It has LB. The Nerdy Blue, it might be later today or it might be later this week, man. I got some other videos I gotta do. This is why when China said America has no reason to talk about us when they can't handle their own backyard. Fact, Strictly, they can't, we see that's the thing about America. They're hypocrites. America feel like they could talk about everybody else's problems like they ain't got no problems of themselves. Did you see Lil Bootsy rocking Greek letters again? No, Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, if he rocking the Greek letters, that mean they got him. That mean they got Lil Bootsy. If he rocking the Greek letters again, that mean them guys got him, Uncle Frank. What you think? I think they got him. If he rocking the Greek letters, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Pull this up. Let me see. Oh, okay. All he know, he keeps confusing me with it. You need to make a shirt, little bro. I'll try to. Wait, what's this Bootsy and Greek letters thing about? What you mean? Bootsy was okay. Bootsy was rocking an AOA jacket, talking about he felt like MLK. They mad as fuck. What the hell? Hold on. Let me see that. Pull that back up. Lil Bootsy wearing a the Alpha Phi Alpha jacket. I remember that the first time they got mad at him. Bootsy under fire for wearing Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity jacket. If Bootsy isn't in the news for offensive Lil Nas X comments, then he's probably catching heat for wearing letters to a fraternity that he doesn't belong to. last week, just a couple days before the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Founders Day, Bootsy posted a video of himself in an Alpha jacket. In the video, he tells his fans, "I know I look good in this jacket," before saying it reminds him of the great Dr. Martin Luther King, who was also a member of the fraternity. Now, who let Bootsy get a hold of their line jacket right before Founders Day? However, this is not the first time Bootsy somehow got his hands on a fraternity's letters. Some might remember when Bootsy sat front row at a basketball game in a Kappa Alpha Psi sweatshirt, despite not being a member of the organization, and caught a lot of backlash from members of the organization for wearing the letters. He then issued an apology. "I apologize to him, but I need some apologies too, because they talking about they shed blood for this," he said at the time. "They got people in my DMs talking like they built like me, like they talking gangster." I'm like, "Bruh, it ain't that serious. I don't want to do nothing with you. My bad, dog." People and members, Alpha Phi Alpha, then took to social media to air their grievances with the Wipe Me Down rapper wearing their letters. "Okay, Alphas, do not engage that nigga Bootsy. You will give him what he wants, attention, and then you will give that bullshit life. Do not repost it and don't comment. Ignore him like the child he is." Wow, okay. When have fraternity has ever been hard? I ain't showing my dad that pic of Bootsy in that Alpha Line jacket because he gonna get the fussing and cussing about lukewarm frat members. Bootsy disrespectful as fuck. Dude went from being a Kappa to an Alpha. It's about to be another interesting and annoying day on their app. So now all the fraternity people are mad. When black folks gonna understand that the fraternity are Greek letters? Do y'all know what Greek letters mean? I'ma say this like my girl and my Spanish helper would say. Muy loca. Muy loco. Dog, do y'all not understand that you guys are pledging to a Greek mythology, a Greek symbol? Do you know what the Greeks did to black people? Oh my gosh, dog. Y'all are the dumbest. Oh my gosh, dog. Yeah, the first time he rocked the Kappa letter, I remember Uncle Frank, and they were mad then. And I told a fraternity person, "Do you know that you're pledging to the white man? Like them Greek letters mean that you're pledging to your master. You know that, right? That's why I never pledged. I never pledged that bullshit because I'm not Greek. And you niggas aren't Greek." Listen, black folks, if you're going to pledge something, you would pledge to be a Freemason because that's what blacks also helped start. They started that for other blacks to have an organization to separate from all of that Greek bullshit. I'm just saying. But then the Greeks introduced homosexuality. Yes. They practice, it's called buck breaking. The men take the little boys and they blow their back out. The women take the other girls and stuff things inside of their vagina. That's how they get them introduced to manhood and womanhood. And then they take the little girls and give them to the men. And the men take the little boys and give them to the women. Where the hell y'all think pedophilia comes from? Comes from them. Where do you think all this homosexuality comes? It comes from them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you getting mad at Bootsy wearing Greek letters. Greeks, you guys aren't Greeks. Y'all are niggas. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it formal. We're black people. You shouldn't say that word, HD. Well, fuck you, I'm gonna say it. We niggas, them motherfuckers is other people. I swear. Crazy. I swear they be kicking them subliminally and they don't even know it. Outlaw. Black people is so dog. Our people. I'm not saying us like me, you, Uncle Frank, or those in the chat, but us as a people, we are the most brainwashed people. We are the most separated people, and they designed that to happen. So when I hear guys like Joe Judge Brown and Kwame and all of them, I respect where they're coming from. But dog, it's something bigger than that. The people who are the people at the top or behind closed doors, we don't watch. They put us in a system for us to be separated. It's not that easy to get back on track when all you've been taught your whole history is about 500 years of slavery. That's it. You don't know nothing else. You don't know about Africa or those who are the Moors. You don't know about the black men that were presidents before the USA ever happened. They were the presidents. It was black men that were presidents. It was at least 8 of them, I think, before Obama. And Obama's not a true black man. He's a mulatto. He's mixed. But black people, we're so dumb, we go along with the brainwash. I don't understand why black folks are Catholics. Exactly, Strictly. Black folks are Catholics. Really. There are laws, though. You can't steal velour posing as a military soldier. You can't wear Greek letters if you're not a member. Both can get you sued. However, you could claim to play ball at with no consequences. Exactly, Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, I like how he... Uncle Frank just ethered who... Uncle Frank is dumb, yo. Wow. Right. I appreciate this combo while at work. Wait, what? Yeah, Southern Gotti. That's what they do. Hey, DC, I hope so. I want to see my butts in it. Okay. Damn. So I'm guessing it is true. Crazy. Well, according to Kanye, slavery was a choice. Yeah, according to Kanye, slavery was a choice. According to Kanye's logic, your wife is a slut. She chose to be a slut. She chose to get ran through. But slavery was a choice, though, right? So if we're thinking of your logic, so it was your logic to wife a hoe who's a known hoe, her mama's a hoe, your sister-in-law's all hoes, your mother-in-law and her friends used to switch with their husbands in O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson and your and Chris's first husband, they used to switch Chris around. Chris was getting knocked down by O.J. Simpson, and then he got tired of her and just gave her to Chris. I mean, gave it to Rob Kardashian, the senior. Then cheated on Rob Kardashian and had Khloe out of wedlock. But you guys, the media praise these women, though. They praise these hoes and these slut bags. This is who they praise. All this is allegedly, by the way. Allegedly, whatever you want to say. But this is who America wants to praise, right? Black women are such the evil black women, but these Armenian and white women been doing way more dirt than black women have. Y'all don't remember Emmett Till, where the white woman lied on him? Y'all don't remember Rosewood, when the white woman lied on a black person when there was no black people in the vicinity of when she got raped? It was a white guy. Shall we continue with the history of white women? But this is who Kanye wants to praise and say that's my woman and slavery was a choice. Well, your bitch being a hoe was a choice, Kanye. So we even then, huh? And I don't care if people get offended by what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck, because I'm tired of my people and my brothers and sisters continuing to be lied to feed an agenda. But all these uppity black folks like Judge Joe Brown and all these head black folks love to walk around. I'm a lawyer. I got my law. Yeah, but guess what? Niggas is still dying out here. But yet, you're going to defend a white boy who should have never had a gun possession in the beginning to cross state lines and shoot 3 people. Doesn't matter if he was getting attacked. He should have never been there. And if he didn't get arrested, his mother should have got arrested. But you defend that shit. And oh, Mr. Judge Joe Brown, they did present him with the illegal firearm. But you know what happened? That good old white boy judge threw it out because it was too harsh for the white boy. But let it be a nigga. Let it be a nigga. We would have got shot down. What up, Chris C? We would have got shot down even before we had a chance to even show our identification. But I guess the law works. The law works, right? The law works. The law's 100. HD, go to the office. He said, HD, go to the office. We all know that OJ is Chloe's real dad. No, OJ isn't Chloe's dad. It's that other guy. I can't think of his name. He's a producer. But OJ is not Chloe's dad. They don't look alike, nigga. They don't look nothing alike. That's not Chloe's dad. Yeah, niggas don't know Abe Lincoln, Dwight Eisenhower, and others are black. Yep, true, Strictly. People don't know J. Edgar Hoover was black. You had black people like, they're black? Yes, they are. He was just light-skinned. Shit. That's that Florida, and we believe the same. I'm offended that you don't say it more, HD. Nah, I just tell it how it is because I listen to real people. I don't listen to the damn news or these fake preachers and fake Christianity people. I know what real Christianity came from. I know about our history. There were black people on this land. We didn't all come from a goddamn boat, but they want you to believe we all came from the boat. That's what they love to tell you. Y'all all came from a boat. No, we didn't. All of us didn't come from a boat. Some blacks had a choice to come here. They weren't slaves. They came here on their own free will and they left on their own free will. But they don't tell you that shit. They don't tell you that because they don't want you to learn. They want you to keep running to Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, why they hanging you? Y'all didn't see the Nat Turner story? How they made Nat Turner become the preacher to basically teach the Bible to the Negroes. So while they were slaughtering us and torturing us, hanging us, breaking our teeth, breaking our bones, raping our women in front, cutting our women's fetuses and stuff wide open. Guess what they told Nat to do? Go talk to the niggas and tell them that they got to obey their masters. We're the masters. They wrote in the Bible that you respect your slave owner. But you guys trying to tell me to go to the Bible and pray to a white Jesus that ain't white. That's what they put in these Bibles. That's the truth. It's not fun. It's not nice. It's very harsh. Andrew Jackson on a $20 bill with black too. His oldest brother got sold as a slave. Yep, facts, Uncle Frank. HD at that opera hard to stop playing with you. Yeah, Donnie got to. Andre Bailey. Chris is like the professor of ghosts. The first black president is on the back of the $2 bill. Yep, JB. The first black president is on the back of the $2 bill. Go look at the $2 bill. That was the first president. Why did they put that first president on the $2 bill? Oh, I know why. Because the $2 bill isn't made like that. You're not going to see it. So that's why they did it. They hid it from niggas. They don't want you to get the idea to say, oh, man, we're on a $2 bill. Man, we was really important. They don't want you to know that shit. They want you to think you ain't nothing but a man full of cum who just get women pregnant all day and don't do shit but eat watermelon. That's all they want you to believe you are. First president of Mexico was black. Yep, it was, Uncle Frank. The first president of Mexico was black. His name was Vicente Guerrero. Vicente Guerrero. Go talk to a Mexican and ask them. A real Mexican like I know, they'll tell you, oh, I know him. Yeah, we knew that. So it's not just blacks. Latinos also go through the same thing, and Latinas, where nobody tells them their history. They have to go find their history because a lot of them think they're Catholics. No, you're not a Catholic. They took your religion and destroyed it and forced you to be a Catholic, just like they forced niggas to be Christians. But y'all not ready for that, though. But y'all will love to talk about, oh, how much money you got or what you love to show off and flaunt. Do you know money don't mean shit, bro? They could take that from you. Don't mean nothing. It's about the knowledge that you have. If you don't have knowledge or substance, you don't have nothing. You're just a empty skeleton. That's all you are. No, it's Yeshua. It's not Yashua. It's Yeshua ben Yosef. That was Jesus' name. Exactly, Daryl Clark. Oh, Uncle Frank always comes with facts. That's why I fuck with Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank don't come with that bullshit. Facts, they hit it. Yep. Black folks been on money in America. Have you ever seen the currency during the Civil War era? Yep, Uncle Frank is right. Yeah, it's hard to find the $2 bill. Yep, they always cover up our history. Catholic means universal. Did y'all hear what Uncle Frank said? I wish this was a StreamYard. I could press the thing so y'all could see it. Catholic means universal. That's the truth. Man, I have so much to say on this topic, but as you say, history is hidden. We're hidden in plain sight. Folks too distracted with BS. Yeah. Take that tape. Vicente Guerrero was fully black. Yes, Vicente Guerrero was black. Outlaw. JP, he wrote it, put his John Hancock on the Declaration of Independence on July 3rd. The black man did, but they said George Washington did. BS, black man did. At Outlaw, he was half black, half Mexican. Right. Want to unite global because they run this nation. China, every other countries know that. You also need to have TikTok too, Nerdy said. Shout out to Uncle Frank. Facts. Uncle Frank, okay, they got him on Google, is fully Mexican. What's up, man? Carcino in the house. Run Crack News. Make sure you guys go follow his page. And also, Carcino for Life, Screen Fiend, and the Patreon is popping. Shout out to Uncle Frank and HD. Thanks, Sino. People ask me, oh, are you a Christian? Tell them I'm a child of the Most High. They would look at me, I'm retarded. They look at everybody like that strictly. Uncle Frank, yep. Thousand religion. Well, his nationality, but he looks black and half Mexican. Also, there are still blacks of African descents still there in Mexico. They've been there for hundreds of years. Facts. Look, I'm a true man of God. What I have a problem with thinking you should be ran over and not protect yourself. Facts, Andre. First black president, John Henson. Sino. On the back of the $2 bill, HD. Yes, on the back of the $2 bill is the first president. Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Dwight Eisenhower, Calvin Coolidge, Warren Harding, and Abe Lincoln were 6 black presidents. Did y'all hear what I said? Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Dwight Eisenhower, Calvin Coolidge, Warren Harding, and Abe Lincoln were 6 black presidents. This is the truth, people. This is the truth. J was not in the alphabet around the time of his birth. Exactly, Skippy Tone. Jesus' name is Yeshua ben Yosef. The reason it's that, we don't call him Jesus Christ. His name is Yeshua ben Yosef. That's who I look up to. They never had J's in the alphabet, so how was he called Jesus Christ? When I asked the preacher that, his mind was fucked up. He had to go research, and he came back to me and told me, you're right. The Hebrew language was never written with J's in it. What was Jesus Christ? Hebrew, right? He was Hebrew. So how was your name Jesus and you were Hebrew? Got to think about stuff like that. So how much other stuff have they lied to us about? I'll never forget what my professor told me. He told me and said this to me. He said, Mr. Dawkins, do you know that whatever they raise prices on, like, have you noticed the medicine and narcotics that you get from over the counter? If you don't have insurance, you have to pay double that amount. But I can go right down to the store and get a Black and Mild for $1 and kill myself for just $1. But the medicine I need to help me survive tomorrow, I got to pay all this money for. They already designed for you to break down. They don't design for you to die. They need to get all that money off of you. So what they do is they use your body. They basically patch you up. It's like a car. They patch your car up. Then once they patch your car up, and your car, let's say it runs, they're going to let it run for so and such miles. So once it hits a certain mileage, it has to break down and you got to bring it back. That's what they do to our body. They don't want us to die. They want to make money off of us before we die. And then after we die, they take all that and put it on to the next person, which is your wife or your mom or your dad or anybody around you. That's the design of this system. I saw this at the age of 21. At 21, I seen all this shit. And my mind has been fucked up ever since. because it's the truth. It's not pretty. It's not cool. It's the truth. And this is what I've seen. And Taraji is allegedly a descendant niece of his. That explains a lot, Uncle Frank, why she's where she's at. You also got the Aborigines in Australia and all those South Pacific islands. Facts, Daryl Clark. We're all black, but they are not going to tell you that by a long shot. Of course not, AB. They're not going to tell you that because all of us came from black. See, if you go back to Africa, there was a couple. It was a dark-skinned brother and a dark-skinned woman. They had an albino baby. They did the blood test and they saw that that baby came out of that black man's nutsack. So the thing is, the dark-skinned brother has all the DNA of the world. He has the light-skinned, the dark skin, all of the white folks, all of them are in his nutsack. They don't want to tell you stuff like that because they don't want to empower black folks. They don't want you to be smart. Oh, no doubt, JP. They don't want you to be smart. If you don't believe me, look all this stuff up I'm telling you. I want you to go research this stuff. I don't make stuff for you guys to say, HD, man, I agree with you. You don't got to agree with me. Go look this stuff up. I looked it up. I researched my stuff. You might find something where you may correct me. And if I'm corrected, I'm fine. My girl correct me. I don't have a problem with it. You have to get corrected sometimes because you may mess up. It's okay to mess up. We're human. You're supposed to mess up. Yeah, we all originated from Africa. People's skin tone just lighting up as we move to war. Daryl Clark, everything was one. All the continents were together at one point. You had all races together. All of us were together. We grew up, dog. We didn't just start having sex with the opposite sex now. It's been happening through history. Like with Jesus and the 12 disciples, the original painting is black. All of them are black. They whiten Jesus up so they can sell it to certain parts of the areas. You may have this area over here they're trying to conquer. They use religion to conquer people more than war. Religion is the perfect executioner when it comes to conquering people. Do you understand that? They conquer people through words. The word of mouth is stronger than any gun you got in your hand. You could talk somebody off a cliff. The gift of gab. Y'all heard of that? The gift of gab. The voice. These issues will never be fixed because black people do not stick together. It's all about money, right? We grafted the white man out of the East Indian, not our own seed. Okay, Uncle Frank, I saw that too. The human grafting and stuff. Yeah, I saw that. What's up, lovely Denise? Yep, that's why they put entertainment and messy shows in front of us. Outlaw, no, but there's also another Hanson, a navigator that who introduced the white man to the Inuit Eskimos. Taraji is his niece, and he's also allegedly a descendant of John Hanson. Yep, I heard about that too, Uncle Frank. Yep. Yep, lovely Denise, the power of the tongue. Skippy Tone Pangy. That whitewashing is real. Yep, it is. Look at these shows. Look at these shows and everything that they put out. All these shows they put out. They put out all these shows to keep you stupid. to keep you distracted while they do something else. You see, the reason we come on to YouTube and give you guys the knowledge is because now social media is now running a lot of stuff that's in the world. It is. But we're using social media to grab the attention of the youth and show them, don't do this, do this. Do your own thing. Don't be a follower. Don't think you have to agree with everything all of us say. I don't want you to agree with me. I want you to be able to think for yourself. Now, if we come to an agreement from what we both brought up and thought about, then that's cool. If we differ on it, we still could have a conversation because you may learn something from what I'm giving you, and I may learn something from what you're giving me. Yep, one of the whitewashing is real, and Uncle Frank said it. One of the leading causes of death in Africa and Asia is bleaching cream. A lot of blacks, especially from the islands, they bleach their skin a lot because they were taught to hate themselves and they have to be lighter. They have to be lighter. They're not light enough. That's psychological warfare. They psychologically are making them this way. And then people will be like, man, them people crazy. Everybody's crazy. But when you make sense, that's when they want to call you crazy. But when you come off as this and that, they say, oh, he can't control what he's saying. Actually, he can or she can. The thing is, some people need help to calm themselves down because they're so overhyped. They're so I'm so rushy and giddy. Then you have some who are very calm. So what these white people try to do is they try to come up with all this type of stuff to say that we're sick or this person doesn't do this well. He's not thinking well. Yeah, because you have us in a system that's designed for a white European to make it. But when they start seeing that their white Europeans are failing more than what the blacks are failing, then they'll take away that test. Like we had the FCAT in Florida. Whites were failing more than blacks. So they had to take the FCAT away, or they had to lower the passing score. The SAT, the ACT. You know why they lower it? Because a lot of their white people are failing those tests. So they have to lower it for them to pass. That's the only reason why they lowered a lot of the scores for the ACT and the SAT. Because they know their pink folk brothers or their pink folk people are failing. They're failing. It's not, I'm not making this up. Go look it up. Look at the numbers, since you guys love numbers. Exactly, Donnie. The people who have the money and resources to change things do not care. If it was not for this YouTube platform, we would never hear the knowledge of other individuals. That's correct. But I went over time, you guys. Got some more videos coming out today. Thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you guys for your love. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for coming by. Shout out to Uncle Frank, Outlaw, Strictly, all the mods, Donnie, Lovely Denise, AB, Big Bro AB, Daryl Clark, Felton Moore, JP, Southern Gotti. Southern Gotti, shout out to her. She be everywhere. Her and So I Be Love. Shout out to So I Be Love. Shout out to Skippy Tone. Shout out to Nick Jacobs, Carcino. Make sure you go to Carcino's page. Shout out to Nerdy Blue. Make sure you guys go to Carcino for Life's page. His Patreon's popping. Also go to One Crack News, Screen Fiend. You know, man, we got putting in work. And shout out to Lovely Denise, especially. Thank you, man, for coming by. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We got videos coming out the ass today. we're going to have some more work for you guys coming out. Tonight, we are having the StreamYard. It's Monday Night Football, so you guys come through. Shout out to Lefo. My bad, Lefo. Forgot about you, my brother. Lefo. Shout out to Lefo. Shout out to Damon also. Damon is my little brother. He lost his mom, I think, earlier this year, last year, and I've been trying to be there for him, man. So make sure you and also shout out to Bear. Bear just recently lost his mom. It's tough losing a parent. So make sure you hold all them in your prayers and keep it up. Thank you guys for listening, man. And we are out. Deezy.